And we are live.
Okay. Without wanting to reiterate everything that we've said so far, because I think we kind of understand just what exactly has happened. Travis, as I said before, you've got the text message from Naz. And I'm presuming that Michael and Earl are about the place.
Yep.
Earl seems to be in a relatively good mood. Not great. Still got shot, but all things considered, he's okay mood.
So when they're all there and preparing, Michael will also he will get a knife or something from his from the kitchen, and he will also ask if there's still an axe or a crowbar or something that he can take. And when they're done preparing for stuff, Michael will look at the others and say, "Right, guys, I have an idea. You know how we found out that we could do certain shit without realizing it.
Yeah.
I found that out too recently, and he. Okay, this is gonna sound insane, but you guys are gonna have to take my word for it. You know how some primitive tribes like dance to music or something like that shit before they go to war? Well, apparently the messengers thought it was hilarious to do something like that to me as well. So I have found that if I do a certain dance before going out, I get a kick. I can't describe it better than that.
You're some fucking tribal Indian fucker. Wow.
He grins. Yeah, I thought the same. But thinking about what we're gonna do tonight, better to look ridiculous for a moment.
Give bone-nosed savage in the mouth or whatever. But sure, as long as I don't have to dance in any fire circles, I'm good.
Well, we don't want to burn the fucking place down. And then he, I know, he grins, and then he turns.
Bango dance, and I'll be fine. Just do whatever you fucking. It's fine.
See, the thing is though that the two of you can join in the benefits if you join in the dance.
Just no.
He looks at Travis.
Just real quick, Jason.
Yeah.
Did you already state what the text said? Because if you did...
Yeah, I did. It basically says, please call me important.
Okay. So Travis will look at his phone, and then he'll look up from his phone up at Michael, and he'll say, what? Yeah, when do you need to do this ritual thing?
Just before we leave.
Then pencil me in for your dance card just before we leave. I gotta take this,
okay,
and then
I'll
he'll
go get a beer or something. I'll see you guys later.
and then he'll walk out of earshot of the other two and call Nazgul.
Okay.
Michael prepares while this happens.
The phone, Travis's phone doesn't ring for very long before there's a pickup on the other end of the line. There's an awkward, ear of silence for a few seconds. Glad that you could return my call. I got your text messages. And I have some bad news and some good news.
Let's hear the bad news first.
The bad news is that while I no doubt presume that you meant well when you ambushed that mutant outside of the headquarters they were using, your efforts to permanently end them weren't sufficient. You shot them twice, in the head. And your friend stabbed them. Exactly the same way that they were defeated the previous night. They, at least according to my familiar, simply got up after an hour and walked inside.
Son of a bitch.
Maybe next time you would consider decapitating them. I find that people without a head tend to find it very difficult to stand up. So, naturally, this would presume that these mutants are already alert in their headquarters and for the last hour or so have been in the process of evacuating. That's the bad news. The good news is that my people were rather concerned that these creatures have a presence here in Manchester, and they have decided to enact a direct strike on this headquarters. We will be using a fireworks display over Manchester as cover for anything noisy that may happen during the time. I, however, am of the mind that this plan has a distinct possibility of failure. The bottleneck, which I'm presuming I'm not the only one to have noticed, makes it very easy for these creatures to simply whittle away at anything that comes down that route. But there is a weakness to this place. My sources have told me that there is a weak point underground. We'll have to go in through the sewers, of course, but there's a thin wall that I can break down. We'll use this to ambush them, take out their leadership, decapitate them in one fellow swoop. All that I ask is that for just this one night, your people and me fight as one. I already have the weapons that you requested, and I've also thrown in a few extras of my own.
I have 2 questions.
What?
1, do you expect us to work side by side in the sense that we know we'll be going in together? Or do you expect us to take 2 different approaches to the attack?
That's entirely up to you. I'm the only one that knows where to find this weak point. I'm the only one who knows how to break down the wall, and I'm providing your people with all the equipment that you requested. Whether they feel that I am to be trusted or not is entirely their own decision. As far as I'm concerned, my back is against the wall.
You know,
And if all else is the same to you, either these... What did you call them again?
Stalkers.
Stalkers. It's either these stalkers are completely and utterly destroyed tonight, or they escape, and some innocents will pay the tab in another bombing, someplace somewhere in England in the near future. Because we wouldn't decide to settle accounts.
You know, believe it or not, I was also asking about you. Are your people going to be okay? I mean, do they even know about our partnership?
I have told them that I have resources that I can use to attack this weak point. As far as they're aware, I am simply using what familiars that I have. I've not given them specifics. If you accept, I guarantee you that they will be none the wiser about your existence.
All right. And my last two questions are, where do we pick up the ordnance, and what exactly do you want me and my people to do as part of this strike?
You know where the headquarters is located, correct?
Correct.
There is a small industrial park about 500 meters south of the place. I'll text you the exact address, the postcode, so it will be easy for you to find. It will be also very next to a grate that I will open up for us to head down and destroy these creatures. From there, once we break open the weak point, my job and your people's job will be the same. Kill anything that stands on two legs. Kill anything that moves. We should be able to, we should be able to locate their leadership hierarchy quite easily. You said that you've been studying these things for a while, no? And at least from the details that you are able to give me, we should be able to find the leader, the father, quite easily.
Yeah. Pinky up out of character. Travis is going to make a suggestion. He's not going to be like too adamant about it, you know. Just going to throw it out there. Is Naz just likely to be like, no, we're doing my plan and stop, you know, with the suggestions and the questions and the... She's just so testy.
Well, you're dealing with a creature that isn't even human. Does that really come as a surprise to you? I mean, you can do an intelligence empathy check to do an intuition. This might have to be a difficulty 8, but considering that it's not something human that you can relate to, but well, there's probably a cultural barrier as well as a species barrier to contest with, but I think 8's perfectly fine.
Well, you know what? Instead, I'd just like to make a roll to have Travis say this in such a way that is as acceptable as humanly possible. You know, palatable as humanly possible. You know,
Or inhumanly possible.
or
That's one way,
inhumanly
yeah, that's one
possible.
way to put it.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe give me a charisma expression roll for that.
You got it.
What are you essentially you trying to say to her?
I'm just gonna be like, I have an idea. You know, take it or leave it. But it's just a thought as far as tactics are concerned.
Okay, let's see what we get on the roll.
Charisma expression is a 4 for me. Diff 6.
Diff 6 for this.
Hey, all right.
3 cents. Okay. Right, you basically put it in a way that it's like you basically say something on lines of, yeah, I can. This does sound like it's the definite, the best route to take. But have you thought about what happens if this happens?
Yeah.
You hear that there's like a pause over the phone for a second or two, and she's like, "No, go on."
So just a thought. What if one group goes in, you know, as hard and loud as possible to flush them out, and then they evacuate through that same bottleneck, and then the second group is there to turn the bottleneck against them, and then just like picks them off as they come out?
Well, here is the problem. My people are gathering en masse to attack that exact place. They're becoming, well, that depends. How familiar are you with the history of the Second World War?
Gotta say, not nearly as familiar as you are, probably.
I will put it bluntly. During the offensive, after the tide of the war was turned following the Battle of Kursk, the Russian Red Army, well, when it reconquered the land that the Germans took from them, and when they started to enter into Germany proper, we had a propaganda expert, a man by the name of Ilya Ehrenberg, whose job was simply to motivate the Red Army, the shock armies, the horde, as it were. We have one of our own doing that exact job. The man's name was Ilya Ehrenberg, just for historical note. And his job was simply to say, kill, 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 and keep killing until there is nothing left. That's what our Ilya Ehrenberg is saying. And the ones who are affected by his message, well, they are being directed straight towards this headquarters, straight down that bottleneck. Quite a lot of them are probably not going to, see another night. But the ones that do make it through are going to cause a great deal of damage, and it will be very indiscriminate. I think that you view your friends as being little more. I think you view your friends as being more than disposable bodies. I'll be frank with you. They're not people that you can just simply throw at the opposition. With this route, with us striking at the core of these stalkers, to use your language, we will make it easier for my people. And we will make it more likely that all of us will survive.
All right. If you've got it all mapped out, that's fine. Then the only task left to me is to explain to my people that we're working together, because I'm not going to be able to hide it from them anymore. Don't worry, though. I don't foresee any major problems.
If it makes it any easier, I will not feed on any of them. Not that I was actually planning to, of course. I have better taste than to feed on people that I'm working with. But I just thought I'd put it out there nonetheless.
Your generosity truly knows no bounds.
It's not generosity. It's practicality. No one likes to be parasited.
Out of character, Naz truly has no sense of humor whatsoever, does she?
She probably does, but, there's obviously a cultural divide here that we're probably going to... Well, if we're going to have any amicable relationship beyond professionalism, Okay. Of course, considering what you already know about Naz and her role in the society that she's in, well, need I say more?
All right. So I guess at this point they'll just arrange a meeting time to come get the armaments and then to meet up for the strike itself.
Yeah, she says to come down to, and she'll text like the place that you're supposed to go to within an hour.
Right on. Okay. After that, Travis's next move is to explain to the guys who we're working with and why.
Michael is setting up for the ritual. He turned on the stereo and put the put the disc in its slot, and looks at what's his face, Travis. Say, right, are we ready to go?
First, I gotta talk to Earl and you about something. I mean, Earl is there? I thought Earl went to go. Yeah, Earl's not there. Earl went to get beer.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I mean, you already know that I've been getting help from the vamps.
Don't remind me. But yeah, I know.
It's a necessary evil. She just gave me the time and coordinates to come pick up the armaments that she's supplying us with. We're going to strike tonight. In one fell swoop, we're going to wipe out all the Stalkers in one go. And that'll be the end of it.
So when you say we, Michael looks at him with holding his gaze. You mean the three of us and her?
I mean, her people are going to take one side of the attack, and you, me, and Earl, and her, and probably one or two or more other vampires are going to handle the other side of the attack.
He for a few moments, Michael just stands there and stares at him, and then he scoffs in disgust. Now I know how Churchill must have felt working with Stalin. Wait a minute, is he intelligent enough to get that kind of reference? He has intelligence 3. He knows that shit. Now I know how Churchill must have felt working with that bloody Stalin. This is bullshit. Looks at Travis.
It's this, or we risk the Stalkers bombing a few more nightclubs.
Damned if we do, damned if we don't.
We're not damned if we do this. We're not directly helping them feed on any more people. We're saving lives.
All right, let's do this. Let's wait for Earl to come back, and then let's go before I come to my senses.
Thank you. All right, yeah, and then we just gotta. So I don't know how the time will work out, but if Earl comes back first, then I'll have the conversation with him. Or if it's better to do the war dance before Earl comes back. Okay. In that case, the ritual, as far as I remember, the description says that it requires music as well. So. Oh, wait. Time out. Actually, the whole thing, let's come to a screeching halt real quick. How long has it been since, we went toe-to-toe with Leo, and have I managed
at least a couple of hours. Well, you guys did that during the just past midday, so it's been at minimum 6 or 7 hours.
So I haven't healed at all.
No.
And we're planning to go tonight?
How badly were you hurt? I can't remember.
3 lethal.
You got 3 lethal.
Yeah, if I'd realized that no time had passed, I would have told Naz, hey, I got stabbed earlier today, so I don't know if I'm gonna be.
Well, then again, yeah, I suppose we could repeat what she said. Either they all die tonight, or they escape and someone else ends up going kablamo.
Hey, aren't you a martyr, by the way?
That is all right. You don't go into battle with a broken weapon.
I know. Dude, I was messing with you. I know that. I was trying to be funny. But I mean, what are we gonna do?
Yeah. All right.
Welcome to the world of Hunter. Fuck me.
Yep.
Shit.
And Michael looks at Travis and says, and on that note, by the way, we only just barely got out of that dude, Leo dude. I can still smell his guts on my hands. Are you gonna be up to speed on this? Because
We're
if
gonna have guns for this go round, so we'll be safer.
you're not, right?
Yep. Oh, and one other thing. Leo survived.
Then he stops and stares at him. That's not possible. How the fuck did he? I literally ripped his guts out.
Yeah, and I put 2 bullets in his head, and yet a couple hours later, he got up and walked down the hole.
That's fucking bullshit. Something that's been treated like that should be dead. That's bullshit.
Well, this time when we put him down, we're gonna dismember him, set him on fire, and put whatever's left through a wood chipper. Or maybe we'll dismember him, put the parts through a wood chipper, and then set all of that on fire. Whichever makes more sense after the dismembering.
Yeah, no, that sounds like a fucking plan. Let's do this. And then he switches on the music, and the music is something which he would know very well. Do you guys know the band Status Quo?
Yes.
They made a Man United fan song some 20 years ago.
Oh yeah, they did, didn't they? Fucking hell.
They did, yeah, and that's the one he put on for the music part. I wish I could link, but I can't on my phone. Come on, you Reds, it's called. And he will he will bounce a little bit before he goes into banging his chest and his thighs, and like not quite a haka because he's not New Zealander, but sort of like in the same style. Kind of shit like that.
Okay. Right, the way I'm looking at the mechanics, each player with a character involved in the dance rolls stamina plus zeal, difficulty 6.
Yeah.
Even a single success means the character receives the full benefits of the ceremony. They gain 2 points of conviction, 1 point of willpower. Points can persist for as many hours as the player scores successes on the roll. After then, the points disappear.
Yep.
Points are spent before they expire. Character loses no further conviction or willpower as the effect wears off. Conviction can be risked on a war dance roll by each participant to his own benefit.
I'm about to do something that is somewhat offensive to some people. Just take it as a joke, and that's all I'm gonna say.
Okay.
You know, I have pretty thick skin, so go ahead, man.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
I'm just gonna because he's the kind of asshole who do something like this and think it'd be hilarious, but it's not really. It's just...
Okay. All right. If you guys want to make those rolls, that's fine.
Could someone roll for me? Stamina.
I'll roll for you, mate.
I think I have stamina 3 and
Yeah,
zeal 2.
Okay, stamina 3, zeal 2, so that's 5 dice.
Difficulty 6.
Yeah.
Hey, 1 success.
Okay. Michael, you get 3 successes.
Yay! So that means 3 hours, I guess.
Yeah. So you get, for the next 3 hours, you get 2 points of conviction, 1 point of willpower that you can spend as you see please. Travis, you get the 1 point of, or so you get that same as before, but for 1 hour.
Gotcha.
So, this is going to be pretty much a scene. So if you want to spend for any of your edges or for second sight or anything like that with a conviction, that's perfectly fine.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. Right, so for second sight, right?
Yes. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, same here.
Okay, that's 1 and 2. I'll keep a mental note of that. I don't think there's any other edges that you have, Michael, that you need to spend for conviction on.
No.
If this is going to be all one scene, then can Travis use that second point of conviction to activate inflict?
Yes, you can.
Excellent.
All right, yes. I'll make a note of that. I'll make sure to keep a note of that for yourself, because in case I forget it. Remember, it only activates on like melee or brawl attacks on you.
I remember.
Okay, cool. Right. So yes. Earl, you come in whenever.
Yeah, he just knocks the door and are you quite done? That's all he says. He just says, "Are you guys done?"
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
He will just go over, and he'll just hand you like some KFC.
Obliged, he says with a cheers. And he takes a bite of the KFC.
I couldn't find any watermelon, you know. You're officially being fucking, yeah, you know. You know.
Flat.
You fried chicken and watermelon, you know. Dancing.
Travis, more familiar with the racial stereotype
Oh yeah.
of fried chicken and watermelon being from the American South, just sort of like looks at Earl, you know,
What?
and he just like shakes his head. Earl, there's something.
Fucking hilarious.
Earl, there's something we gotta talk about.
and when he says that, Michael chuckles and almost spits out his chicken. Oh yeah, this is gonna be good. And he leans back and watches them.
We're gonna have some help on this strike tonight, and I mean we're all gonna have weapons.
That's
And-
good. That's perfect. I mean,
And also,
couldn't help.
we're gonna have help.
Okay. I don't see a problem.
Well, the vampires are gonna be helping us.
Haha, okay. You got me. That's good. That's pretty good. I mean,
Michael grins.
That's actually
Michael looks at him and then
pretty well done.
Michael looks at him and then grins. He's not joking, man. I wish he was.
So what? He looks at you, looks at the two of you. The fucking what are doing fucking what?
The vampires are going to help us wipe out
No,
all
no,
of the
no, 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 no,
Stalkers
fuck you.
tonight.
Fuck you and fuck them. They're not helping shit.
Earl, this is the only shot we've got at wiping them all out in one go. If we don't do this tonight, they could escape, and that's more nightclub bombings down the path. And I'm not going to let that happen.
Right,
We're
okay,
chill.
okay, fair enough. We let them go in first. When they've gotten themselves half killed, killing those stalkers, we finish them off, yeah?
The only way this works is if we all go in and play nice this one time.
Are you fucking...
Earl,
Michael
if you're
grins.
if you're not comfortable with it, I understand.
Comfortable with it. It's exactly what we're not supposed to do. It's the direct opposite of what we do. We're supposed to kill these fucking things.
And tonight, the things we are normally supposed to kill are going to be killing something else that we're supposed to kill. We just happen to share a goal. I mean, you weren't complaining the other night at the nightclub when they were beating the shit out of that stalker that was
Yeah,
trying to
and I'm
kill
after
you.
them, and I hope you would have the sense to hunt whichever one of them I got, you know, tagged, kill them as well. But apparently you didn't. It's just
I don't like this either. This feels a bit like Churchill and Stalin all over again.
Enough
This is bull-
with the fucking Churchill. You think I like this? And sorry, guys, out of character, like Travis is gonna explode.
Hey,
just-
okay, go for it, man. Go for it.
Yeah.
I'm all
Do you
for
think
that.
all right, cool. Do you think I like this? Do you think I like working with those blood-sucking fucks? They look at us. They don't even look at us like food. The bitch I'm contacted with, she looks at me like I'm a fucking insect. She talks to me like I'm a toddler, or less.
After we're done tonight.
We don't have a choice. After tonight, whatever. Fair game.
No,
But tonight...
No. Tonight. Once we're sure they're done, we let them go in first, and then we just, clean up the shop or something.
I mean, that would make sense. They...
Set fire to the place, whatever.
We'll have them on the front line. Bullets don't hurt them as much as they hurt us, and we'll have guns. Tactically, that's the smartest thing to do. I'm sure she'll agree.
You did seem a bit interested in her when we met at the square. He says, and puts a special emphasis on the word interested.
I'm not interested in her. I'm interested in her help.
Whoa. She might be a blood-sucking thing, but I'll still do her. Like, let's be real.
Jesus Christ.
What?
He looks at her and then shrugs. Well, I mean, there are ways that you don't have to look her in the face. Well, I guess, but
yeah, exactly. No problem. I mean, who wouldn't? Did you look at her? Fucking bang it.
All right, guys, let's do this before we come to our senses.
No, okay. Well,
just try not to say anything to them, and they won't say anything to us. I'll make sure they don't get cheeky and fuck with us in any way. I'll just make sure all of her people understand this is a professional thing we're doing, a professional courtesy, and that is it. We're not going to go out for fucking drinks afterward. We're not going to have that moment where we all have a fucking laugh as the Stalker lair burns in the background and then the freeze frame and the credits roll. This is just, we go in, we kill them all, we get out, say our goodbyes, and tomorrow we're fucking enemies again. And that's it. But just please, for my sake, let me do the talking.
okay, but you owe me after this one.
Yeah, you'll have a gun that you can call your very own and kill all the monsters you want.
Already.
Yeah, but you'll have another one. It'll probably be better. Anyway, okay, so Travis will... So let's take all the guns that we have, the guns and ammo that we have from our previous encounter with the Stalkers. Travis will grab his axe, his basic tools, any of his medical supplies, just shove everything into a duffel bag. And he'll just, fucking say a tiny prayer to his estranged god. And then he's ready to proceed to the rendezvous point.
All right. Presuming that Michael and Earl are going to be taking their own pistols and their own knives.
Yeah. Well, they're going to get armory go to an armory, as they're also they're going to go to an armory and get some other stuff. But Michael will also get a knife that he conceals on his person, a large knife from the kitchen.
Jason, may I ask? I'm so sorry, Mark. How much ammo do we have between the three of us at this point?
You guys can, considering it was quite limited, the amount of ammunition that you guys got initially. But between the two of you, you figure that you could probably have like one full, besides the one that's already loaded in the chamber, in the magazine well, excuse me, to use the correct terminology. You guys can probably have like one full magazine each.
Okay.
So basically one that's loaded in the weapon and one on your side.
What is that, like 8 bullets?
No, 15. It's a light pistol.
Gotcha.
So yeah, a large knife which he doesn't have a license for, by the way.
No,
Um,
no one has a license.
And then he will also be bringing the crowbar because it's become his mascot or something.
Yes. All hail
and-
Freeman.
Exactly. And of course the one pistol in his he also carries, but he's gonna stop at that as regards weapons because this is not a video game and you cannot just carry a bazooka in your pants.
No, Mr.
Or
Utility Belt.
What?
No, Mr. Utility Belt.
Yeah, exactly. Or
Raise
another kind of bazooka.
Wonderful toys.
Um,
I mean, by the
he
way,
doesn't have any protective gear.
Speaking
but-
of guns, perhaps we
Mm.
could get like some sort of instruction from the American or something. I mean, I can shoot it fine, but I mean, I'm not that, technical with it.
So can Travis, with his 2 points in firearms,
Yeah, you can tell him which end is the business end and how to put the magazine in the magazine well, how to load the thing, how important point, how to switch the safety off, and how to aim it using the fucking sights on the back and the front.
Hmm.
You can probably give him a quick pointer with that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, can I grip and shooting stance and all that kind of thing?
Yeah. You can give him a crash course on that as you're heading over.
Cool. Do I need to make a roll for that, or?
Hang on, Travis. He does have leadership, so yeah, give him a charisma leadership check.
Sweet.
Just don't botch it.
Mark, man, what the fuck are you thinking?
Yeah, don't jinx it. Fuck. You do have that one willpower. 4 successes.
This turns Earl into Wyatt fucking Earp.
Yeah.
A conversation.
All right. Let me put it this way. Earl, if you wanted to spend that 3 XP after this scene is done to start out your firearms, that's more than perfectly fine at this point.
All right.
You guys remember Clive Owen and Shoot 'Em Up? That's what Earl is right now.
Yeah. Fucking, I'm gonna have to watch that movie again sometime. I love that one.
You want to know what my only complaint with Shoot 'Em Up was?
Well,
It wasn't over the top enough.
Agreed.
I wanted it to be gunplay on the level of Kung Fury over
Yeah.
the top.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Anyway,
Surely not everybody was kung fu fighting.
No, they were. It was heroic bloodshed, the likes of which John Woo could only imagine. Anyway, we shall start. The three of you head down to the industrial park on the coast, which Travis got the address from. Oddly enough, as you're heading down there, you can hear that someone is firing fireworks off into the sky. You hear them going off.
Travis will explain that it's a distraction.
Yeah. There's a lot of them, like an abundance of them. It's not even, considering the date, you're not even sure that if it's any kind of special celebration that's going on here. But the fact that there is a lot of them suggests that, something's off. And then Travis, yes, tells you that it's a distraction. Eventually, once you get to the industrial park, Travis will see a black SUV with the back open. And there you'll see, you'll see your best mate, as it were. Michael, Earl, the two of you see this this young woman of around, you guess she's got to be in her mid-20s at the latest. Rather comely looking, quite good looking. She has kind of like that, Eastern European vibe to her, like long brown hair. Actually, come to think of it, Earl, you do remember this person.
Oh yeah. That's why.
Oh, yeah.
That's why he spoke about.
Yeah.
Like, he would still do her. So. Yeah, remembers.
Yeah, Michael, first time you've ever seen this person with the sight on, you can tell that she's wrong. The one thing about her appearance that you three will notice is that the clothing that she's wearing, it's a very like it looks kind of almost kind of like, you know, those Gore-Tex like bodysuit type things that you get? It looks kind of like that, but it looks more like something you'd expect to see like someone in the army would use for like, I mean, in addition to that, there's also kind of what looks to be like some sort of like, you know, is webbing the right word to use? It's kind of the thing that you used to like hook equipment on and things like that. Yeah, well, anyway, in addition to that, you also realize that she has like a machete slung in a like a holster that's popped over one shoulder, and she also seems to have like this this armband around her left arm. It's bright. It's red in color, and it seems to have like this like white circle with this odd-looking symbol in it. It's not a swastika, I should point out. It's definitely not a swastika, and it's definitely not a hammer and sickle, but it does kind of like, it looks like a number 1 with like maybe a 0 or something like that, but it looks very vaguely, it looks really odd in the sense that it was kind of like maybe like paint, like it was a design that was painted there and it was kind of like stitched in. But you see her stood behind this black SUV with 2 bags beside her. And as soon as she sees like Travis, she simply like gets up off of the back of the SUV. She just like waves her hand over towards him.
Travis will walk over towards Nez.
Hello, Travis.
Evening, Nez. Nice night for it, huh?
Hopefully by the time that the sun rises over the horizon, we'll both be having pleasant dreams about what happened here. Or maybe we won't. I'll give you the short version, considering present company and also considering our time constraints. Come over. And she turns to go to the SUV, where she then takes out it looks to be like a printed out, it looks like a schematic, but you can see that she must have like taken like a red marker and like pointed out like where you presume that this has got to be like a battle plan of some description, because she's used the red marker to like denote X, where we are, where we'll be going, and then like, you know, circles several times around the point that they'll be going. And she'll like allow everyone to kind of like look at it, and she'll even like provide a flashlight to like highlight it, considering that it's at night. There's a manhole cover over here that I'm going to pop open. From there, we will have to descend into the sewers and move 500 meters to this point here as quickly as we can. We have a few time constraints, considering that the invasion by my society has already started. And at that point, you can even vaguely hear like clack, 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 clack in the far distance. You think it's fireworks. Maybe.
Michael, they're a bit
Sorry?
off. They're a bit off. Earl was just trying to. Hey, Michael, he thinks he takes it up the arse.
Jesus fucking Christ! And like,
No,
if he's
they're a ways away. They're not standing right next to you, so you just whisper or saying it to Michael.
Michael grins like, well, I'd like to find out, but we gotta work tonight.
Yeah,
So-
that's just, you know, just how it is, isn't it? Work's just always in the way. Nice.
So right around that time, Travis will actually shout for Michael to come over,
And
because
Michael,
in his mind, and he's going to explain to Nez, this is Michael. You know, his specialty is B&Es. He's good with shit like this. And what I'd like to do is give Michael's character a chance to make a tactics roll, to look at the schematic and see if there's anything we've missed or, anything we can take advantage of specifically.
Okay.
I'm so fucking bad at finding questions, so you guys are gonna have to help me with that. But yeah, sure, let's roll.
I think I can give you. Well, this is for you. Give me an intelligence tactics roll, and I'll give you a general idea. And if there's any other questions that you want to ask, that's fine. If you don't want to ask them, fine also.
Intelligence 3, tactics 1. Can someone roll 4 dice for me?
I'll roll for you. So it's into 3, tactics 1. That's 4d10. You got 3 successes. Okay, looking at this plan, this definitely seems quite, it's quite straightforward. Basically, you get to the point, like the way that Naz describes it, you get to the point, the entry point. She's going to do something to break down the walls, and you basically go bang, 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 and everyone in there presumably dies. Hopefully. It's quite straightforward. You figure that well, you haven't seen any of the equipment thus far, but it does seem to be very tactically sound. It does leave only one entry and exit point, but considering that that this is technically an ambush that they're doing to strike at the hierarchy of the Stalkers, it's probably a very good plan considering time constraints.
Mm. And he looks at it, and then he nods to Travis with a kind of a this is probably the best shot we're gonna have. Not look on his face.
Okay.
And he doesn't look up at Naz because he doesn't like to think about what they're doing and who they're cooperating with, but he does see the merit of it.
Yeah.
So
now that you're this close, you can see the ghost white pale skin of her face and her hands.
Yeah. He looks at at Travis, and then he forces himself to look at Naz, and then he says, "So." Then towards the car, stack up. He looks at Travis.
Here, Naz reaches for one of the bags in the back, and she just passes it to Michael. If he picks it up, it feels somewhat heavy. There's a lot of things in there. Unfortunately, I was only able to find one sawn off, but the rest of the armament should be fine. Plenty of ammunition. Take what you can carry. I have my own. Also, there's flashlights in there in case you need them.
What was in there? Sorry, I didn't catch that.
Flashlights. Basically, here's the short version of what weapons are in there. There is one sawn-off double-barrel shotgun. There is enough standard there's heavy pistols in there, not silenced, but there's heavy pistols with enough ammunition to go around. There's flashlights there, so be able to do whatever you want.
Is there hearing protection as well?
Yeah, I'll say that there is. She thought
he takes some ear protection, then tosses some over to Earl as well.
Thanks.
Before he takes he's gonna be and you know what, fuck it, he'll take the sawn off.
Right. Travis, well, because you've got the highest firearms here, and presumably you know a lot. Presumably he knows about the firearms enough. You'll probably recognize that these pistols, they do seem a little bit dated. I mean, they're not uber they're not like the Swiss / German / Western European, very metal plastic combination things that are just really sleek and smooth. That they're the all heavy metal old school 1911 type weapons here. These things they're old, but they're reliable and they pack a punch.
Then that works for me.
Yeah, they're basically like just 1911 like derivatives of some description.
Does she
They're definitely
say
not.
anything?
They're definitely not the AMT hardballer.
Does she say anything
To who?
to anyone other than Travis?
Yeah, she just gave like Michael the bag. Just said here, and then she's gone off and went round the back to the side of her car of the SUV.
So, we good or what?
You hear the sound of her opening the side door of the SUV, or she collects a few things. She shuts the door. She comes back, and once you guys are out of the way, she'll shut the back of the SUV and like beep the whole thing shut. And then she'll proceed to then bring up what, well, is quite obviously a Kalashnikov with a jungle-taped magazine. Load it, and still with it one over one shoulder, she'll just simply, without really looking at all of you, simply just say, "This way."
Travis will follow.
And Naz will lead the three of you over to a manhole cover, which she, having also a crowbar in her possession, once she's slung the Kalashnikov over her shoulders using the like strap, will then plunk the crowbar into the manhole cover and flip it open, almost effortlessly, almost as if she's stronger than she looks. And mind you, she is quite tall and athletic looking for a woman. But then again, considering what you know about vampires, I will go first. I'm on point. Follow me, and we'll get there double time. And then she'll then proceed to head down the steps backwards. Goes as quickly as she can.
Real quick, I don't suppose we have a map for this encounter.
Yeah, she has the map which she's shown all of you guys.
No, what I meant is in game, like.
Oh, no, I'm afraid.
Okay.
I will try to explain it as quickly, as briefly as I can, and as simply as I can. I don't want to confuse you guys. I just need a quick bathroom break, but once I'm back, we'll get on. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, I'm back. All right. When you guys descend into the sewers, as well as smelling quite badly, you're actually surprised at just how dilapidated the underground of Manchester seems to be, at least in the parts that you guys can walk through. Like the railing by the side of the sewers, it's rusted like no one's business, for one. It makes this like creaky, clanking type noise as you step on it. But as soon as you get down, hang on. As Sorry, my cat is deciding that it wants to be annoying. I just need to be one moment.
You might say that's a catastrophe.
I'm gonna start a list. Like, just. It's not a good list.
Peter, is it a list of how many times you'll slap him per horrible joke?
It's for the police. It's just education.
Bully.
It's just like, why did you beat this guy to death with his own arm? Well, I'll tell you, officer. There's this list of parts, and then I'll begin to read them.
Apparently,
and they'll all-
they didn't want to be annoying. They just needed the toilet. All right, are we ready?
That's legit. Yep.
Okay.
Hang on. Just one more. Officer, you have to understand, even as I was beating him to death, he said, "Hey, pal, I'm bleeding out. Could you give me a hand?" And then I screamed in rage, and I kind of blacked out for a few minutes. And when I came back to my senses, it was just blood and chunks everywhere.
What bloody man is that?
I don't want to know the context of this stuff, but it sounds hilarious. Then, anyway, God, where was it? Oh yeah. As you guys step down into the sewers, you discover this place is dilapidated, probably more than you'd expect for the sewers of Manchester. The grating that you guys step on creaks noisily as you all descend down into the cavernous depths. The stench of this place isn't exactly pleasant, to say the least, but as soon as everyone gets down there, Naz brings out the map again. She instructs everyone to gather around and look at the map, and she again reiterates, "We are here. We are going to be heading 500 meters down this route here. Once we reach this junction here, we need to proceed to this place here. Then that's the reek point. I'll relay how we are going to be breaking in when we get there. Are we clear?"
Except for
Yeah.
the weakest part. Yards.
Would you? Naz waits for a brief second, and then she repeats the exact direction that they'll be taking, instead of in meters, but in yards. Exact.
That's better. Thanks. For that, love.
And then Naz rolls up the paper, puts it back in pocket, takes off the Kalashnikov, and then starts to, she turns back to you and then starts double timing down the grating. Weirdly enough, she doesn't take out a flashlight.
Oh, right, yeah, because vampire eyes. Okay, yeah, we follow.
Yes. Okay.
So it's
I'm not
just
gonna
like
ask.
a bat thing. She can see in the dark. What?
Well, it's actually a good thing right now, but
Oh yeah. No, like a bat. You know, a fucking animal.
and I know I was okay. I thought it was funny.
Fuck you. No, but is it
No.
like because she's like part bat or something that she can see in the dark, or hear very good?
Travis will just be like, "You got me."
I don't know. Just asking things. You know, questions.
Michael shrugs as well. I mean, if it works, it works.
Yeah, Travis looks at the two of them and says, "Sometimes the things you guys hold in your hands burst into flame without burning you. I mean, shit's weird all over."
Kind of Nancy Pansy fucking. You know what?
From down the sewer, you hear, "Are you coming?"
Yeah, Travis continues to follow.
Yeah,
Coming.
And then Naz will lead you. Well, you guys know how much 500 meters is, don't you?
just being pedantic, prick.
Yeah, I know. Well, it's like half a kilometer. So, yes, the jog is, well, because you guys have such high stamina and quite high athletics as well, especially fucking long distance runner here, Mr. Travis McCord. You guys, well, and also specialties that will help with your, help with your running. I'll ask you to do any rolls. But as soon as you guys get up to a certain junction, Naz puts up like one hand and asks, gets everyone to stop. And then she puts her hand over to one of the walls. And by this point, you can almost hear that there's something going off upstairs. It sounds like those fireworks are getting louder. Like a pop, 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 pop. I mean, it's being muffled by the by the thickness of the walls and the ceiling and everything, but you can definitely tell that you're above something that's happening. And Naz, once she lets go of touching the wall, she then slings the Kalashnikov over her hands again. She starts touching the wall, like running her fingertips along the wall itself, very, very slowly.
Michael will put in the will start to put in the earplugs to protect his hearing.
Likewise.
Same.
Mm-hmm. This whole thing lasts for maybe another 15, 20 seconds before Naz then eventually just stops and she goes, "Here. Here's the place. Travis, I'll need you over there." And she'll point over towards one of the a place by her side, just past her.
All right, Travis will go over there.
And I will need you two, Gopniks, over here. Cover each other. She'll gesture pretty much to her immediate side. You know, it's more closer to where you guys are.
Michael sighs. He doesn't like taking orders from this thing, but I mean, priorities.
Krog will just respond with "Dark, comrade," and do it.
Michael will not say anything, but he cannot contain a chuckle before he gets into position.
Slabogar. And once everyone's in position, Naz will then just start she starts by touching beneath on the wall, you know, at the bottom of the wall, and she starts reaching up along the wall into kind of an archway, and then down back to the center. Can I get a perception alertness check from the three of you? It's going to be based on hearing, so any penalties or benefits that you guys get.
Well, I have
Perception
my
alertness?
earplugs in, so I probably.
Yeah, this is going to be difficult. This is going to be difficulty 8 with the thing on. But if you guys get something,
Perception alertness, right?
yes.
If someone could roll me 6 dice, then.
Okay, 6 dice. Difficulty 8. You get 2 successes. Travis, you don't get anything, but nothing's going to happen for you.
I hear all the things. Yeah.
Yes. What does Earl get?
1 moment. I got 1.
Okay. Earl,
Yeah.
you're pretty certain that you hear kind of this light hissing noise. I mean, you can barely hear it over the sound of all the popping and everything that's going on upstairs.
Fuck. That he will literally say, "Oh fuck," and he will get. He will hug the corner, or just
Mhm.
try to get Michael with him so they're as best shielded from what is potentially going to happen soon.
Yeah, Michael, that hissing noise. If you concentrate a little enough, it actually reminds you of. Have you ever, you know, the sound that you make when a piece of coal, a piece of like bacon, like cold slab of bacon, like is dropped onto a pan full of oil.
I don't really I don't really eat bacon, but I can imagine the sound of frying fat and that kind of thing. So yeah,
Yeah, it kind of reminds you of that. Like something is like being introduced to something extraordinarily hot is being introduced to something extraordinarily cold. That's what it reminds you of.
He looks around and he looks at something's not right here. That sounds all wrong.
No, something's about to blow. Take cover.
You know,
That's the idea. And
Yeah,
Naz
Earl is just
takes a step back, and then she shakes her hand and then reaches around to get her Kalashnikov. She then flicks on to the Kalashnikov has kind of like a, kind of like a slight. I wouldn't call it a crank handle, but it's a handle that goes from the safety is like the top setting. Below that is like the full auto, and below that is the single shot setting. Naz has put it on the middle setting. And you see when she steps back into a position where she's she's bracing the Kalashnikov, the stock against her shoulder, and she's looking straight forward. Now, I'm just going to do just one roll. If I can actually get... Okay. I'm going to need... I need one roll from everyone here. Dex Stealth. I'm just going to do one roll to contest it. Because I'm going to give you guys all the advantages I can give you. Because this
someone
is
roll me 5 dice.
Okay. I'll roll that for you.
I'd like to point out that since Travis has the graceful specialty for his dex, I think that 10 should actually count as 2. And so
I'll say that you get 1 success.
I got 4.
Also,
Okay.
since we're in the dark, shouldn't that give us a lower difficulty or something?
I'm finagling with the rules here. Oh yes, I also forgot to do the one for Naz and all.
How many successes did I get, by the way?
You got 2.
Yay.
All right. Here's the good news. Earl, you get I'll describe what happens, and Earl, because he kind of saw this thing coming before everyone. I'll finagle it and say that he saw this thing coming, and he's able to get the one up on what's going on. He's going to get a free action to presumably do something very nasty to whomever he sees. But here's basically what happens. The walls that you guys are in front of, they start to, that hissing noise grows a little bit louder before the walls quite literally start to crumble in on themselves towards where you guys were going. It almost looks like, the walls themselves have been eaten away by acid almost. Or at least the foundation that was sustaining them all there are eaten away. Now, when you guys look in, you guys are lucky enough that you are situated enough to the point where where you guys are now constitutes as superior cover, i.e. you're around a corner. And any attacks against you will be at +3 difficulty, as long as you stay there. Of course, it does make it slightly difficult for you to shoot, but, you know, you guys need all the help you can get. What you're looking at looks kind of like the interior of a basement. Inside looks like the remains. There's crates of ammunition here. There's boxes full of what looks to be books. There's 4 very angry-looking dudes with that drab grey paramilitary-esque uniforms you guys have been seeing from all the other encounters with the Stalkers you've had. And here's the cherry on top. You have this fine gentleman here. The dudes, the guys who presumably are the Stalkers' army, as it were, they're all armed with looks to be submachine guns. Ontien here has a knife. So, Mr. Earl, because you're the only one who was able to get enough successes to beat their perception alertness check, who would you like to shoot at?
I am going to shoot at one of the guys with the submachine guns.
Good choice, good choice. Okay. That is
Worst comes at me is good because I've already been shot and it sucks. So
yeah. Okay. Right, I'm just looking at the cover thing here. You do have superior cover, so, but unfortunately you do have like no firearms to speak of, so you're at +1 difficulty for that X roll. That
+1,
roll.
yeah. But does the pep talk from the from gun-toting dude maybe negate that, or?
I'll say yeah. You will have to spend 3 XP to gain, like, open up firearms.
Sure.
Okay, so I'll negate that. You will be. Yeah, these guys have no cover to speak of, so, you know, roll stat dex difficulty 6.
Am I going to shoot for his head is the question. I think I am going to, because, you know, I'm a gambler at heart.
Yes, you're a gambler at heart, and, well, who knows? These guys might be wearing body armor.
I actually do hit him.
Oh, fucking hell. Good job. Okay, that's 5 d10 that you'll be rolling.
And 4 damage to the face.
Damn. All right.
Lion! Fucking her! No, sorry.
Beginner's luck.
Yeah,
That's all they always. But the good thing is that this dude has no helmet to speak of. So yes, that is 4 hang on, fucking hell, I forgot. You get an extra dice for hitting someone.
Headshot damage. That's true.
Yeah. My bad. Actually, yes.
So it's 5.
Dice. Oh fuck! You blast this dude in his face, in the side of his head, and oh yeah, the dude is reeling. Can I just say, fucking good shot?
Yeah, that was actually. I'm thinking my luck was used, but it was used well tonight, so that's fine.
Oh yeah.
So it's initiative. Right?
Yep, it's initiative. I'll get everyone's, and I'll write it into the chat. I'll make a notepad for it. Okay, I'll do Michael's first. I'll do 1d10 for Michael. You get a 5. So 5 plus 9.
It's 11 for me.
Isn't it 11 from you as well? Or let me just see. 12?
5.
Sweet.
Okay.
So if I'm right, that means that... Yeah, that should be 12, because if I roll a 5, I have 4 dex and 3 wits.
Okay, Travis, what have you got for your initiative?
Oh, I apologize. That's wits and dex plus 1d10.
Yep.
How do I write that exactly?
No, you just roll for 1d10, and you just whatever the results of your initiative 1d10 roll is, you just add your combined total of your dex plus wits together.
A moment, sorry. 13.
Okay. You get 13. Okay, I'm just double checking things. Do. Right, so unfortunately you're got the same amount on one of the other characters' initiatives. Shall we go for odds or evens to who goes first between them?
I'll take odds.
Okay, let's see what we get. 9 odds. You're going first before them.
Okay.
And it's a good thing too, because it's you know who.
Auntie.
Oui, monsieur. And of course. Right, last one. Of course they would get this. But... All right. There's only 4 of them. Right, the dude who just got shot, he's going to blind fire. Well, he's at -2. So he is going to blind fire with what little dice he has. In the general direction of where he got shot. Damn. Okay. It's not... Okay. Sorry about this, Earl, but he did roll a 10 or 2 10s. Fuck.
Well,
Oh no.
That's 5 lethal.
Oh
I can't
no.
soak it.
Jesus.
I'll say that Earl had the common sense to get a leather jacket.
Can roll one die.
Yeah. I'm being generous with this stuff.
Yeah, I'm mortal. No, not really, but close
No,
to
you're not.
mortally
You're
wounded.
two health levels away, but yeah.
Oh shit.
So
This
Does
might be a quick scene, guys.
does our cover have help with this at all, or
It increases the difficulty of.
But when they roll 10s,
Well,
it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I'm looking at the.
Yeah.
Let me finish. From what I'm looking at, it increases the difficulty of all attacks. These guys are out in the open, so you guys are, you know what I mean. Right. Right. Next one is going for Naz. Okay. Oops. Okay.
What is the sequence, by the way?
Yeah, I should probably just put that up in the group chat.
Well, I can't
So-
see it anyway, so.
All right. Can anyone see that?
Oh, yep.
yeah?
All right. I just need to mark this off. Okay, that takes 2. And next one is going to go for Michael. He misses.
Yay!
Next one, going to go for Travis. Wish him luck, unless you want to. Well, if any of you guys want to devote an action to dodging, that's perfectly fine. In fact, fucking hell, I should have asked Earl if he wanted to dodge.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'll let you do it if you want to.
if they're shooting, I'm quite certain that if he has the option, he's gonna duck because, well, not only did he hit fairly
All right.
well.
Yeah,
so...
you'll need. Here's the thing. I know I should have. I'm a fucking idiot. I know this is going very quickly, but if you want to devote your action to dodge to get rid of those 2 successes, you've got the chance to avoid 5 lethal.
Yeah. Well, I'm just explaining. What would he do? Well, he just got shot. He's probably fairly much, devoting attention to not getting shot again. So
No, I think the point was that
he would try to dodge. That's all I said.
Okay, so you need to get 2
He
successes.
dodges with 3.
Yeah, you got 3. Okay, well, that's 5 lethal that you've just avoided. Well done. That is unfortunately your action. Okay, Travis. There's one dude coming at you. So if you want to devote your action to dodge, that's fine.
Can I devote my action to using project?
Yeah, you could, but you'll have to wait until it's your turn.
So he could still get a shot off at me.
Yeah, it's the only way I can be fair with it.
Okay.
It does mean that no one is going to no monsters are going to take a. Well, if they succeed, then no one's going to take a shot at you.
Then let me ask this: if I dodge, can I either go prone or seek like complete cover? This is what I don't quite visualize in my head, like where we're all standing.
Basically, you're in kind of the entrance that Naz has created is kind of like an archway. You guys are situated around the corners of this archway. Naz is dead center. She is completely and utterly exposed, but also at the same time, so are the dudes that you are who are firing at you. They're just like right directly in front of you guys around that, past that archway.
Okay, so when I dodge, can I either seek complete cover or go prone, whichever would?
Yeah, you could do that.
Okay, then I'll choose to do that.
Okay. Right, so you will have to roll Dex Athletics to. Well, if these guys even are able to. Well, this dude is even able to hit you. No, actually, look, he botched. You will need to. You'll need to do a willpower check just to change your action, but
that's fine.
He botches with his shot. I'm gonna roll some D10 here and see what happens.
Jason, real quick, is it a willpower check or spending a point of willpower? Because I
believe it's check, but correct me if I'm wrong. Anyone?
I think it's you spend a willpower to. I think it's spent, but I'm not sure. We're gonna have to just quickly check.
I'm on the page. Hang on, I'm almost there.
All right. Tell you what, just to save us a bit of time, let's just say for this scene, if we want to change action, because I don't imagine that we're going. Hang on, 191 is the thing with aborting maneuvers. Anytime during turn, you can abandon stated action. Must either make a successful willpower roll using willpower rating as a dice pool difficulty 6, or you can spend a willpower roll to be allowed to defend automatically.
Oh, so you could do either one.
Yeah, you can do either one. So it's really up to you. Do you want to spend willpower? You do have that one willpower that you can use, or you can just like roll the will.
Yeah, I'll use the one willpower that I got from the war dance.
Okay. All right. In that case, you will get your as soon as your turn comes round, you have to do your action as you wanted to. But here's the thing: with that botch, the dude fires at you. The bullet not only misses, but it ricochets off of something metal, and it's going to hit one of these dudes. So, shall I roll 1d5 to see who it is, and which one do we want to say denotes Antien?
Let's say 3 denotes Antien.
That good with you guys?
Lucky 3.
Yeah, that works.
Okay.
Shit!
Close but no cigar.
Motherfucker.
That is all. Yeah.
Devil himself.
Yes. He won't be for long. He won't be for long. I guarantee you that. That is number 4 that gets 4 lethal. He shot his own friend inadvertently. On the plus side, however, that's 2 of those dudes who are only a few health levels away from death. And yeah, Antien. Well, you know who's next, don't you?
It's him, right?
No,
Oh, Naz?
Naz. Naz is going to do a maneuver that I haven't used for quite a long while.
Full auto.
Yes, but in a certain way, she's going to do strafing. So, let's see what we get. I believe I've got the coding right in this. It's equals less than number. I believe.
Yeah.
Okay, dokie. Right, here we go. Nope, that's not the code. Fuck it, I'll just roll the amount of dice that she's rolling. Do it manually. Holy shit! Here's the thing. I've given Naz a specialty in assault rifles. The AK-47, despite the wording of it, is an assault rifle for the practical, mechanical purposes. With so like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 successes.
Nice.
Whoa.
16 successes.
Shit.
Do you know what the mechanic?
Is she a werewolf?
No, she's just using full auto, and she's just like spraying everything in. It's basically like the ending of Scarface, like motherfucking cockroaches, And I've got spittle all over my fucking monitor. Right, so the mechanics of strafing, in case you guys ever want to do, is make one attack roll, divide your successes evenly amongst all targets in the designated area. The successes assigned to a particular target are added to your dice pool for that specific target as well. So, 16 divided by 5.
3 point something.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, basically it's 3.2, but we're going to have to finagle this a little bit. So it's 3, 6, 9, 12. 15. And I think because it's Antien, we'll put the extra one on him. So he gets 4 extra dice. So Okay. Okay. All right. Now I've got to do some mechanics. Okay. Standard for an assault rifle is 8. So plus 3 is 11. This one's on the one that Earl shot. 1, 2, 3 successes. He does have body armor. Not much, but we'll see. 2. He takes 1 lethal. He's going to be fucked, let's just say. Next one. Number 2, the dude who hasn't been... who missed Michael. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1. So that's another 3. Nope, no damage on him. None on number 3, who shot his own friend. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 4. That's 1. So he takes 3. And last other one. The dude who unfortunately took a... he got hit harder than Sonny Bono. Fuck me, these ones. That's 2. 2. Oh yes, this guy... he's not good. And now for the pièce de résistance. Etienne, who is, I'm hoping that all the ones have decided to fuck off. Oh, they haven't. Well, there's only 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. Which isn't entirely the same as his soak. Here's some good news. For both you dudes. Well, for all of you dudes. Naz, as she's spraying the Kalashnikov into this place, Etienne takes several of those hits to the chest, and, well, he's not looking good. And I think we can safely say the fucker deserves it. Guess what? Trav?
What?
My turn?
You're up next. Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Okay. So, are there still stalkers that look like they're in decent shape, like able to shoot back? Is what I mean.
Oh, yeah. There's one dude who's completely and utterly fine. 2 of them are in dire straits, and one of them, he's just probably just about as fucked as you are.
Okay. So, yeah, no, I don't want to take any chances. Travis will use project. Better safe than sorry here. And he's gonna gamble 5 conviction.
Go for it, man.
So 5 conviction plus 5 mercy plus 3 appearance is 13. 6. Damn it. Yes!
Oh, yes. Shit, that is 10 successes.
Whoa, shit.
Motherfucker. Incidentally, did you use... Actually, no, you spent that to empower inflict. Okay, so I'm going to be honest with you. There's not a character here that's going to be able... and there's not a monster here that's going to be able to, go against you. So I'm not even going to bother rolling the willpower with that.
So if I may, Travis because when you use project, you kind of have to wear your heart on your sleeve, and a lot of times you have to announce something dramatic.
Yeah. Go on then.
All right. For the pain you've caused, for the evil you've done, your lives end now! And Travis will just come out like guns blazing. Obviously, next turn. He's just gonna
That's heroic bloodshed there, right there.
America, fuck yeah.
Just walk out. He's just glowing and just bang, bang, bang. So the bangs will start next turn, but still.
Oh yes. All right. Ontien is next. Ontien, despite being shot, you know for a fact that this dude is probably the worst hurt out of everyone here. Stands. Yet he still stands. With this grit, with a grit of teeth, his hand grips around the... Have you guys ever seen like one of those zombie knives?
A zombie knife?
Yeah, it's like this. You usually see them in like all these fucking zombie movies. It's like it's like a combat knife that has like, a hook and some sort of weird
Are you talking about a kukri knife?
No, not a kukiri. No. If you just like Google it, you'll probably find some pictures of it. But they're kind of like these really wacky looking knives that look like they could. I can't think of any exact examples other than maybe like. Maybe the knife that the killer used in that Sylvester Stallone movie. I think it was called. I think it was called Heat or Commando or.
So a couple things. One, in my personal opinion, a kukri knife looks kind of weird. And two, when I Google zombie knife, literally the first result is a kukri blade.
All right, yeah, fuck it. We'll just say it's a kukri blade. He's got one of those really horrible looking things, and he goes straight because he can't. Because she's the most blatantly obvious one. She's going to go straight for Naz. And completely missed somehow. I don't know. Maybe it's because he's got like 5 7.62 millimeter Warsaw pack rounds like punched through his skin, his armor, everything. But he takes a swing and a miss. And I don't know. Actually, no. Let's say that he manages to like try and grab Naz, but after she's like blasted him, she like try and blocks it, and they're in a bit of a struggle. Drama. So, next in line, Michael.
Yes. So if he's busy struggling with Naz, does that mean that I can flank him?
You could, yeah. You would be. Well, depends what you're trying to do.
I'm trying to shoot. I'm trying to shoot that dude's head off while he's struggling with Ness.
Yeah, you can more than likely shoot him in the side of his head.
And I did pick the sort of shotgun.
Yes, you did.
So I would like to.
Fair warning, though. The shotgun's spread, right?
Yeah.
And you know
yeah,
Travis
that's right.
Yeah, Travis would be caught in that spread.
Then that's not what I'm gonna do. Can I fire at one of the others without hitting Travis or Earl?
Yes, you can.
If I recall correctly, one of them was running towards Travis or Earl,
No.
or was he taken down? Okay.
No. The only one that was running was Antien.
Okay. I'm gonna want to find one of the some of the ones that are badly hurt. Are they close together?
They're all relatively separate.
Okay.
So
So too far apart for the.
Yeah, the question is between 1 and 4, which one do you want to shoot?
1, because I want to be number 1.
Okay.
The very best, like no one ever was.
Okay.
And
firearms.
And since I don't think I have any firearms, that's going to be a straight dex roll.
Okay.
So if I recall correctly, that's 4 die.
Yep. Here we go. Holy shit, you got 2 successes. All right.
Yeah.
Shotgun is 8, so you get 9d10.
Yep.
1 goes through, I'm afraid.
What?
Yeah. Sorry.
Shit. Okay. No worries.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry
I did.
He does have armor, so I'm gonna roll. Of course, he soaks the fucking thing.
Okay, that was pretty creepy. Chris Bishop just said in another chat, you jinxed it right after I did that crappy roll. That's a glitch in the Matrix right there.
Yeah, there's a glitch in the Matrix. Okay. Next in line, Earl.
So we still have 4 guys coming down on us, right?
Yes. 2 are in quite well. The one that you shot is in dire straits. One dude.
He did
try to
Sorry?
shoot me. Can I split my action?
Yes, you can.
So I have half the dice, so that's 2 dice for shooting at him.
Yep.
Okay. I'm actually going to do that.
Okay.
Because I want to be able to dodge. And then shoot for his face. Oh!
Fucking hell, man. Good job. Good job.
That's
Go for it,
What
man.
you roll?
2 10s.
You got 2 10s.
2 10s. Nice. Very nice.
2 10s on, like, just this fucking asshole idiot who has no idea what he's doing. He's just like, boom. That's 5 damage. 1 rollover, that's 6. And plus 1 for the head, so that's 7 total. He takes 3 more, I believe.
No, he dead.
He did. Like
Yeah.
so did. Like OMG did.
Yes. You blast that gun round the corner, it clips him right in his eye, and he basically flops back, you know. Probably does like the old, 80s action movie thing where he empties out the entire clip as he falls down.
Earl approves.
Yes. Right. There are some extra actions to take because some people here are monsters that do have power of doing extra actions. And the initiative order is allows that. So, okay, I've got to roll. Hang on, I've got to remember the exact. 72. Nope, I'm afraid. All right. For this brief of seconds, you almost see like Naz moving at. Well, she's already blasted with the gun, so when Ontienne comes at it, you seem like she tries to do something, and she's moving at. Well, you would hazard to say it's preternatural speed, but it's only for a brief second. But whatever it is she was trying to do, you aren't able to see. Okay. All right, top of the initiative again. Stalkers at the ready. There's only 3 of them. 2 of them are quite badly hurt. One of them seriously hurt. One of them is okay. This guy's going to be... Well, because he can't... Hang on, I'm fucking up the mechanics of this stuff. I mean... I'm an idiot sometimes.
Am I the only one who thinks Jason's really far away?
Yeah, he sounds kind of far away.
I'm moving a little bit far away at the time. I'm getting a little bit closer. Okay. Yeah, I've got to do one roll. This dude won't be able to attack Travis. I'm not even going to roll for any attacks on him. So yes, he's going to try and do one on Michael. If you want to dedicate an action to dodge, Michael, that's fine.
Can I split it so I can both? Is he coming at me with a gun, or is he like start charging me? What's he gonna do?
Shooting at you.
He's shooting at me. In that
Yeah.
case, yeah, I want to dodge.
Okay. How are you? What are you splitting your dice? It's looking at your dice pool for dodging and shooting right now. So if you're going to be shooting, you've got 4 dice. So remember, it's always round down. So two for 2.
Yeah, let's go with that.
Okay. Let's see how we go. Lucky for you, he misses completely. He hits the
Yay.
like to the side. So if you want to make a roll, or alternatively, you could spend that 1 willpower roll at 1 willpower point that you got with War.
So on September 3rd,
War Dance to allow you to use your action.
I am gonna do that.
Okay. You will have to wait for your turn to do that, though.
Of course, no worries.
All right, that's one dude down. Other dude is going to take another shot at Naz, but you know, because Ontienne is in the way, it's going to be increased difficulty. We'll be at -2. Okay. He misses. He's basically, you see this dude, he's like trying not to shoot Ontienne in the back, and he ends up trying to fire, and the bullet must like go over both of their shoulders. And last dude. Oh, he's at -5. This dude is not going to be... I'm going to roll a single D10. He's going to attempt to try and shoot Earl. If you want to split your dice, that's fine. Or dodge, whatever. Nope, he misses. He misses. Right. So top... No, not top of the initiative. It's Naz next. As for her part, because she's in melee range with Ontienne, well, she's just going to do a little bit of a trick that she has. It's 3. No. The Ontienne does have... No. You guys see Naz attempt to do some sort of palm strike on Tien, and he just he pretty much takes it on the chin.
Nice.
Yeah. All right. Next in line, Travis.
All right, I have 4 priorities. I'll list them out real quick. 1, I don't want to move into Naz's line of fire, but I guess she's not shooting still, so that should be fine. 2, 2, I want to go after the one who's still, or any targets who are still up and at him and are relatively unscathed. 3, I want to get as close to them as possible to lower the difficulty of my shot. And 4, if possible, I want to flank them.
Okay.
Further.
To answer all those questions at once, the one who is not hurt is one who we should be calling number 2, because he was the second. He was the dude who shot at Naz initially and missed. He's the only person that's completely, utterly unscathed. The only other 2 here, the one who is number 3, who is probably just as hurt as you are, and then there's number 4, who's on his last legs.
Okay.
So if you want, I imagine you'd want to go for number 2. So yeah, with the amount of willpower and successes that would be needed to get the amount of successes that would be necessary in order to make an action against you, I'm saying you can. I'm going to give you that flanking shot for free, and point blank as well.
All right. So, and I will also spend a willpower on this.
Right. I'm going to have to say you won't be able to spend willpower to do the combat action, but you could use it to. You could use it to ignore your wound penalties.
I will do that.
Okay, that's good.
Okay, so it's 4 decks, 2 firearms.
Are you shooting the chest or the head?
With all my, I might as well go for the head.
All right.
So hang on, it's 4 decks, 2 firearms is 6. Plus, but the difficulty is 4 because it's point blank. And how much do I get for flanking him? I want to say an extra die.
Yeah. It's actually difficulty 6 because you're point blank, but you're aiming for the head.
That's fine.
You've got a minus because flank. Well, the way I do flanking is that you get minus difficulty for the attack, so you're getting rolling at difficulty 5 in this case.
Okay. Cool. 4 successes.
Good job. Good job. That's 1, 2, 3 extra dice plus 2 for the head, as I recall, and plus the base number for the weapon itself,
Which is 4. So I want to say that's 9 total.
Yeah. And you won't be able to soak any of this.
5 right to the noggin.
Boom. Headshot. Very apt. Very apt. Yeah. You know how I said the dude that shot at Earl is in dire straits?
Yeah.
This dude is in close to dire straits now. Well done. Well done. Okay. Now, Mr. Naughty Pants himself on Tien. He's going to try and stab to Naz. Manages to get 1. Naz, you see Ontien rear his knife back and he stabs it right into Naz's clavicle. Blood splurts out of that wound and into the guy's face, Michael sees.
Hmm?
And you see Naz actually gritting her teeth, and you can see her baring her fangs. Like, you can actually see like these twin enamel daggers just like being pronounced in her teeth, but she doesn't even make any sound. Ontien, for his part, well, there's nothing in his eyes. In the sense that you'd imagine someone like this in this situation would have a degree of hatred for the person that they're stabbing. Not Ontien. Speaking of that, Michael, your turn.
Yes. And I will do what I did before. And I will try to gun down the one who came from me just there.
You mean number 3, as I recall?
Yes.
Okay, go for it.
Do I get any bonuses since he's closer now, or?
No.
Nope. In that case, roll me 4 dice, please.
Hang on. Who are you going for? Are you going for Ontien or are you going for one of the Stalkers?
No, but because if I go for Antien, Travis and Earl are gonna get caught in the fire, right?
Travis was going to get caught in the crossfire, and also
Yeah,
Naz
yeah.
as well.
Yeah, well, fuck Nats, both literally and metaphorically, but not Travis. So he will go for the other guy, the one he tried to shoot before, but failed to
Okay,
shoot.
for Stalker. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Okay, that's number
4 dice.
3 you'll be going for.
Yep.
Because number 1 is dead. Thank you, Will.
Mhm.
Okay.
Welcome. Welcome.
You get 3. You get 3 successes, despite that plus 1.
Yes.
Okay, so you'll be rolling a 10d10. Oops, I'm sorry. That's 10, not 1d10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lethal coming his way. He's going to take minimum 2, but we'll see, won't we? He soaks 2.
Hmm.
That's 3. Yeah, this dude is borderline fucked with a capital F-U-K. Right. Last in the initiative is Earl.
Right. Since he did not get shot at again, Earl is going to look around. RTN is still stabbing bitch, right?
Ontien is stabbing Naz, yeah. He looks, well, he looks in just as bad a condition as all the other Stalkers.
Okay.
Any other good?
If I jumped, if I stormed, dropped my gun, and got my knife out, would I be able to do cleave?
Yes, you would.
Would that be able to hit the both of them?
You could, if you wanted to, but who would you be prioritizing?
Just the 2 guys with guns. Guns bad.
Yeah, the guys with guns are inside the archway. Ontien has a knife.
Yeah. But he's stabbing Nas, so that's good. That's progress, as we call it in Earl Land. So that's fine. Like, no problem. Keep stabbing.
Okay, so I'll need you to call your action. If you're going to be cleaving, which target will you be cleaving? If you're going to be shooting, tell me which target you're going to be shooting.
I'm going to be cleaving both of the stalkers with guns.
Okay. So how are you're going to base? All right. Okay. Here's what you'll have to do. You will have to break cover, which means that they will be firing at you at point blank, but you will be able to use cleave on the 2 of them.
Right. But they're both wounded, right?
Yeah, well, there's actually 3 of them there, but 2 of them are critically wounded. One of them is really, really badly wounded.
Actually, I'm gonna hold my action. Yeah, I'm
Okay,
actually
well, you are.
gonna hold my action, depending on what happens between Nas and RTN.
Okay. Alright, you are at the last of the initiative, so if you don't take an action, then basically we go straight
Fair
to the
enough.
top of the initiative.
Top of the initiative.
Okay. Right, Naz does have one extra action that she can do. We'll need. Hang on, I need to just double check. 7. Oh, that is really good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. Good news. It's during this scuffle that Naz seems to do some sort of, you're not quite sure what it is. Maybe she does some sort of like weird jujitsu type, sambo type strike where she like throat thrusts the Ontien in his throat, but as soon as she does that, she hits him so hard that he actually scrapes backwards, back in through the alcove. She hits him so hard he scatters, but he skirts. But it almost looks cartoonish in the way that it's done. But as soon as he scraps back, he then flumps back on the ground, unconscious. And he seems to be bleeding quite profusely from his throat.
We're making progress, as they say in the United States.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So, top of the round. It is the Stalkers. They're, number 2. He's at -2, so number 2 is going to try and take a shot at Michael. Actually, no, sorry. This guy was shooting at Naz, so he'll try and take a shot at Naz now. Actually succeeds. Mm-hmm. This dude takes a shot at Naz. The bullet impacts against Naz's chest, and she just simply blinks. It's almost as if, supernatural endurance, but yada yada yada. Okay, next one is going to take a shot at Michael. There's not many dice that he can roll for this, but we'll see. Nope, misses. Next one, Earl. Also misses. This is glorious. Okay. Naz, for her part, she's going to dedicate her action to reloading her Kalashnikov. She literally just takes the Kalashnikov, pulls the jungle magazine out of one, flacks it back, and racks it to get the next round in. Which means, Travis, you're next.
All right. At this point, could I just All right, the one number 2 is still standing.
Yes.
Wow, even with 5 lethal to the head at once, he didn't get stunned or anything.
It's almost as if he's spending willpower to stay active because he's fighting for his life.
Ah, of course.
Naturally. but fuck, man, you can probably coup de grace this dude right now.
I was about to say, can I put the muzzle of the gun like right up to his temple?
You could do just that. You know another awesome way that you could do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no.
Either way, go for it.
So what I actually kind of want to do is finish this guy off, and then take another shot at the closest stalker to me.
Okay, you'll have to split your dice pool for that.
I'm aware.
Okay, so
is
it 3-3?
Well, how far is the nearest stalker?
Nearest one, number 2 would be point blank, so that would be difficulty 5, same as before. The other one would be at standard difficulty to hit them.
Okay, so I want to take 2 dice for the point blank one, and 4 dice for the one that's further away.
Okay.
And are there any weird things that happen if I spend my last willpower point?
No, you just will not have any willpower to roll, willpower to spend.
Okay, so
I'm not one of those game masters who say that as soon as you spend that last willpower point, you faint, because that doesn't make any sense.
Okay,
you still got a point.
So I'm going to spend my last willpower point to ignore my wound penalties. And I'll roll 2 dice. It's point blank, and I'm also flanking him still, right?
Yeah.
So what's the difficulty here? 3?
5.
5. I thought point blank gave me 4. Oh, but I'm also aiming for his head.
Oh, sorry. Were you aiming for his head, or were you aiming for his chest?
I'll aim for his chest if it'll decrease the difficulty.
Yeah, it will. He will have a chance to soak, because you will be shooting at his armor.
Oh, then all right.
He's got a lot of armor, but anyway.
So, point blank, flanking. Point blank and flanking, but at his head is difficulty 5.
Yeah.
Okay. 1 success.
Good job.
So,
6 D10, I believe.
3.
What's the most interesting way that I can describe? In fact, for you guys who have me on Facebook, you know that meme I shared about that mannequin model that looked like it had its head blown off?
Yeah.
That's basically kind of what you see with this. Big mushroom cloud of blood and splatter which goes onto Travis's face. Probably brain matter for all we know, and skull, but yeah.
Gross.
What a mess. Anyway, yes, go for your 4 dice roll on the next one. This one will be the one that took a shot at Michael.
So, what's my positioning relative to him? Am I flanking him? Am I right behind him?
You're in front. You're in front of him in this case, so it will be at D6.
Okay. 2 successes.
Okay, good job. Right.
Three damage.
Okay. Only 1 needs to go through. You got 2 to go through. Dude is dead.
Nice.
Alright. Next in line is Michael, because Antien is down. Your shotgun is empty now, I should point out. Mark?
Did we lose?
Mark, you there?
Yeah. I didn't catch if you said anything though.
Yeah, I said that it's your turn now. Your shotgun is empty.
Okay, well, I don't want to take the time to reload in the middle of getting swarmed, so I did bring a knife to the
Sorry
side.
to interrupt you, Mark, but yeah, it's really difficult to make anything out.
Can you hear anything better now?
That's way better.
Okay, good. I don't want to take the time to reload the shotgun in the middle of getting swarmed, so I did remember bringing a knife.
Yep.
Is any one of them within reach of that knife?
You could try charging the last guy.
I completely did not catch. Is Etienne dead?
Antien is down. Naz basically throat thrusted him, and he's laying on the ground with blood coming out of his throat.
Good. So he's in. He's not going to be a problem. Then I'm going to go for the last guy, and I'm going to use cleave on the knife, obviously.
Okay.
So that's X plus melee. That should be 4 plus what's my melee? 3 or 2? Let me check.
I'll double check for you. It's 6 dice that will be rolling.
Yep.
Okay, here we go.
Yep.
You got 3 successes.
How many?
3 successes.
Okay, yeah, I didn't have time to call the gambling, but it worked out anyway.
Yeah.
I of course want to stab a motherfucker.
Okay, you've got the 3 successes on that, so that's strength plus 1 plus 2 for the cleave plus 2 for the successes. So that is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yep.
Yeah, the dude. You got all successes.
Fetch.
I'll describe it this way. You swing this cleave knife and you stab it into his gut with such force that you quite literally, and I think Brian, because he's a fan of Mortal Kombat, will appreciate the gruesomeness of this. You literally remove this dude's upper half from the waist on down.
Nice.
And you practically impale him with your cleave-enhanced knife into the wall. At least until you withdraw it, in which case, the body will then flop down. Blood, gore, and everything is everywhere. This place is... this place looks like an abattoir at this point, and the dude probably didn't even have time to realize that he was dead.
Yep.
All right. We are officially out of combat.
Nice.
Earl gets up. He looks at the 2 others and then looks at Nas.
Naz looks surprisingly, despite the fact that she's been shot and stabbed, Naz looks surprisingly fine, having only just reloaded her Kalashnikov as well.
So Travis will say, "We got to chop him up and burn him. We're not making the same mistakes as last time."
That one. She points towards Antien. That one. And then when she then walks towards the body, she slings the Kalashnikov over one shoulder before she brings out the machete. Make sure to check around this place. Watch that door over there. She points out towards a door, which this alcove. You realize that you're probably. I'll describe what you're in. The wall that you broke down. You've entered into what looks like some sort of like antechamber. There's like doors on either side of this antechamber. Both of them look like they're designed. They look kind of like, the type of doors that you get on ships, like the ones with like the spinny type deal.
I'm familiar.
Yeah. And also, now that you're here, you can hear the sound of gunfire, rapid gunfire above you. You can hear blood-curdling screams, shouts. You can even hear that one of the dudes that you were with must have had a radio, because you can almost hear, like cries for help and like orders to lay down suppressing fire and fall back and things like that. Needless to say, you guys made probably the good choice by taking Naz's tactics and not deciding to try and face the horde.
Yeah.
Also,
that would have gone badly.
You guys are here. You guys can take at least a few seconds to look around the general place here. I mentioned that there was weapons and boxes of books around this place.
Earl will
I'm
have a look.
definitely gonna take a look.
Sorry, can you say it again?
Earl will
I'm
have a look.
definitely. Yeah, I'm also definitely gonna take a look.
Okay. For those of you that decide to take a look, you'll find that these boxes seem to have like. You find what probably constitutes as a small arms cache here. Like the weapons are probably nothing special per se. Well, at least they are quite high quality. In fact, they're quite similar quality to the pistols that you guys picked up from the Stalkers. Plenty of ammunition as well. Plenty of ammunition. The other boxes, they contain books with some really strange like names to them. They have names like Ansafar and weird Latin names. And Travis, Michael,
Yeah.
you remember that dude that you guys went to visit the apartment in, that you broke in and
Had a nice conversation with him. Yep.
do you remember what he said he had robbed from him?
I honestly do not remember. No, sorry.
Yeah, me neither.
An archive.
Ooh. Michael will look at Travis like, I'm sure Ava would love a look at all of these books.
I have no idea what you just said.
Yeah, you're way too off, Mike. Mark.
Is this better?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's way better.
Okay. He said that he looks at Travis and then goes, I'm pretty sure Ava would love a look at all of these books.
Yeah, sure. And we'll just start gathering them up.
Yep.
But wait, before that, Travis will look at Nas and ask, so is that it? Like, are there going to be more of them that we have to take out, or?
Oh, no, this one. There's another one. King. You remember?
Is he upstairs?
No. They might be behind that door. But first, Naz then takes out the machete. She then reaches down and picks up Ontien's by his hair.
Mm.
She rears the machete back, and in probably one of the most gruesome displays that you guys have probably ever seen, and considering what you guys have done before in the past, that's saying something. She decapitates him with such brutality with that machete that the machete itself almost embeds itself in the ground itself.
Just
When
a
she
quick
lifts-
question. Just a quick question. Is this scene gonna last for much longer? Because
Hopefully not. This hopefully will probably be finished in the next 5 to 10 minutes if all goes well.
Okay,
I'll try and be as quick as I can.
right, okay.
All right. She then I'm going to need a willpower check from all three of you whilst I'm describing this, and I'll see what the result is. She then takes the decapitated head, and it almost looks like she's licking the blood as it drips from what remains of the throat. As it drips down.
Question. Since I'm a paramedic and I'm used to seeing people's heads, like I'm used to seeing blood and guts and people's heads spread out all over the place like little bits of glue. Do I get any difficulty off this willpower roll?
No, but now that you've mentioned it, after this scene, if Travis, survives, he's definitely going to get some steel nerves for free. For the background. Because, he might have seen blood, he might have seen, broken bones, things like that, but I'm going to be pretty certain that he's never seen anyone decapitated and, had their blood drank.
Becoming a Capricorn.
Yeah.
You're off again, Mark. We can't hear you.
Yeah. I'm going to roll your Mark, if that's okay.
Yeah, definitely. I was going to ask if you could do that.
Yeah, you got one success. I'll go through the routine. Travis, you're able to grit your teeth and repress your nausea enough to, not freak out the fact that you're seeing a literal vampire drink blood from a decapitated head. Michael, that is some freaky ass shit. I can tell you can say now. Earl? Well, it wasn't a botch, but needless to say, Earl is probably going to be having some nightmares about this for the next few nights. And once she's done that, she just then simply, hooks the machete back into its holster and takes out the Kalashnikov before she actually places the head on one of the boxes, ammunition crates. Now, and with blood splattered all over her face, she just gestured towards the door. Last one. Open the door and let's finish this.
All right, Travis with his project still fired up, kicks
and Michael takes the knife ready to slash.
Kicks the door in.
Okay. The door, as soon as it is kicked in, the first thing you see looks kind of like catacomb. No, not catacombs, sorry. It looks almost like... In fact, yeah. It does look like catacombs. And I wish I had the fucking picture that I was going to use for this fucking bloody thing. In fact, you know what? Bollocks to it. I'll just use the freaky ritual room that I was going to... In fact, no, I'll use this picture here. You can't exactly see it, but it looks like a catacomb strewn with books of arcane nature, candles and everything. And in the center, you see this one figure, this dude with a blackened robe and a blade in his hand. Even without your second sight even if you hadn't had your second sight active, you could tell this dude and Naz. You'd be difficult to tell that there's any difference between them. As soon as he sees the lot of you, he opened his mouth, and inside you see the same... Well, Michael, you see the same set of twin enamel daggers in his mouth. The only thing that comes out of his mouth before he attacks you is simply, "You've ruined it all!" And you see his
That's what we do, demon.
You see his knife actually burst into flames. Not all that much similar to the way that Cleve does, but it's a very sickly green colour. Now, I think we can guess who this is, so shall we re-roll initiative? Because we've knocked off some things there.
Yeah.
Hopefully, this will hopefully be finished in 1 or 2 turns, if all goes well.
Can someone roll for me again?
Okay, what am I
rolled a
rolling?
1 as well, so I have 8.
Hell yeah! 17.
Okay, 17 for Travis. Okay. 1, 4. Okay, next one I'm rolling is for Michael.
Yep,
That's 2.
that's 9.
Okay, Michael gets a 9. And right, we shall then do this dude. Jokes. Right, I'll just post the initiative in the chat and we'll get started pretty much straight away. Okay, Travis, on you.
Yep.
Alright. How far away is this guy from Travis?
You're pretty much on top of the dude. You could probably just rush in and wang him with your axe.
In fact, I will rush in and wang him with my axe, and I'm going to invoke demand.
Go for it.
Alright. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Well, I'm getting ahead of myself. 4 with the graceful specialty work with the
I would say so if you're planning on doing something quite graceful with it.
just just in one fluid motion, like bring it up and around and then just down in a hacking motion towards his neck and collarbone.
Right, go for it.
7. Oh, and it's a melee. Oh no, I get the brawl. Never mind. Four successes. Five successes actually.
Well done, well done. He will attempt to dodge though.
Sure.
1, 2, 3, exactly 4. Now.
Who's
Okay.
next?
Well, no, I have the graceful thing, so my 10 counts as 2.
Oh yeah, it does, doesn't it? 1, 2.
Yeah, so I got him.
Okay, so you get 1
strength plus
success for that.
weapon
Okay,
damage.
roll your damage then.
Will do.
All right. Remember, your mercy is added on to your strength with demand.
Correct. Damn.
What?
3. Okay, that's 3 successes. Let's see how he goes.
Come on.
Well, he soaks one of them, so he. Well, he's at -2. Good. Not great, but good. Right, what do we have?
Next. Fancy initiative.
Right, that would be.
It is the
Yes, that dude.
evil guy.
Yes. Evil guy.
Baddie. He is the baddie.
Alright. I'm gonna roll because he's so extremely important. I will have to see if he can get 10 successes on a stupidly difficult willpower roll in order if he can attack the person that attacked him. But I doubt he will. But no, he gets fuck all. In that case, he's gonna have to go for I'll make this fair. I'll roll 1d10. 1 to 3 goes for Naz. 4 to 6, Michael. 7 to 9, Earl. And if we hit a 10, I re-roll. Is that fair?
Yep.
Get 7. Sorry, Earl, he's coming for your ass.
I will attempt to dodge.
Go for your dodge.
Well, you roll first. So.
Let's roll for an attack. You got 5 successes. Yep.
6.
Yeah. You see this dude come straight at you and tries to stab you with his scary green flaming knife.
That's
And
a pretty insane roll, by the way. Just
eh?
2 9s and 3 10s.
Yeah, that
Pretty
is
insane,
really, really.
actually.
In fact, I think your special might have triggered for that one, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, but yeah, no dice.
Yeah, no dice, no hits neither, for that matter. Right, Michael, you're next.
Yes, and I want to think about what I'm doing now because I really want to get a good shot in with this guy. So I'm pondering whether to gamble with 4C so I can take the better roll of 2, or whether to gamble on the cleave roll.
I shouldn't be telling you what to do, but
No, of course you shouldn't.
But you know me. You did do that one time with 4C where you got a better roll on one cleave and things.
Yeah. You know what? It's better to have options. I'm gonna use. I can't do both. I can't both use 4C and attack, can I?
Yes.
Okay.
It doesn't. It doesn't take. I think these edges, certain edges, don't take an action. You can do them reflexively.
In that case, I want to do the. I want to just do a simple 4C roll, and then I can gamble conviction on the attack, right?
Okay. Yep. Okay. I'll roll your 4C. Okay, it's 3. Difficulty 7. Lucky for you, you get 1 success.
Yes. So in that case, I want to.
Go ahead.
No worries. I went into the scene with 8 conviction. I would like to gamble 2 conviction on my my roll to attack him with the cleaved knife. So that should be, if I remember correctly, 4 for the dexterity. Since I'm coming at him quickly, and if he's attacking Earl, that should give.
Yeah, it's 8d10 that you're rolling with.
Yes, so 8d10, and since I'm going to ask if my swift specialty applies.
I would say probably not for this, but considering the amount of the amount of potential damage die that you're probably going to get on this, do you really want to complain?
Sweet.
The last few times that you've used cleave, seriously. Anyway, shall I roll the dice and see what we get?
Yes, you shall.
All right. So we only have the one with this one, so we're going to be rolling this one. I'm going to roll d8 again.
Yep.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3 for that roll. And for the second one, 1, 2, 3, 4 for that roll.
I'm going to take the 4.
Okay. So that's 4. Okay, so it's an extra. Okay, 3, 1 for the knife. 2 for the cleave. That's 6. 8d10 that we're going to be rolling for damage.
Yep.
1, 2, 3. Lethal.
Wow. Okay.
Okay. That's not a problem. One goes through.
Okay. Well, shit. I thought that I had better expectations for this. No worries.
Not a problem. No worries. No worries. All right. Hopefully, this is going to be the last attack. Because Naz, also has the Kalashnikov.
Ooh. Just make sure he doesn't dodge and kill us all.
Hopefully. Hopefully. Are you ready for this?
He's...
Yep.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hang on. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 3 ones. That's 6 successes. Okay, so that is with an extra 5. That's 13. That's 4, 3, disappointing, 2. And of course they soak it. Yeah, Naz pretty much full autos this guy. Hang on. Oh, hang on a fucking second. I'm doing this at point blank range. I didn't. Fucking hell. I'm an idiot. I'm gonna have to re-roll this shit again. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to do this, but well, it's a ridiculous number of successes in either case. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Actually, rolling 18 again. Didn't really do that much, but you know, another 2. Fuck it, I'll just count it. Yeah, Naz full autos this guy at point blank range, and somehow he doesn't die.
What the fuck?
Okay, is it my turn?
Yeah, but you dodged, right?
Right,
Remember?
that's right. Next.
Okay, so yeah, top of the initiative is Travis again.
How much did he take, by the way, from her Kalashnikov?
0. She didn't do much on the damage roll, and he soaked what did go through.
So, Jason, I'd like to run something past you. If you don't like it, that's fine. But I think it'll be good with the rule of cool thing. For my axe strike, I kind of want to leave the axe embedded in his neck, shoulder area, and then I draw the gun to finish him off.
Hey, go for it, man.
All right. So since I'm point blank, I'm shooting him in the head. I'm gonna fire twice. So it's -2, +2, +1, difficulty 7. Difficulty 7. No, wait, I'm doing this wrong. Hang on. -2, +1. Difficulty 5. Subtract 2 from my dice pool, which is 4. Okay, so here's shot number 1. 1 success.
Okay.
Do I have to roll damage for that, or do I roll shot?
Yeah, you can if you want to, just to remind or make it easier.
Yeah. One success.
Okay, let's roll his soak for all it's worth. Oh, that's just taking the piss. Okay, give me your other one.
Shit.
No cigar.
He's immune to bullets.
Did he soak that shit?
Next.
Okay, next will be Mr. Scary Pants Beardy Man himself. Well, he doesn't have a beard, but either way.
Wow,
This
he
time,
survived all that shit.
yeah, he survived all that shit. Fucking hell, he deserves to be leader of this place. Anyway, he's going to go for Michael.
Yep.
1, 2 successes. If you want to dodge, you got 2 to dodge.
Can I split my action?
Yes, you can. You will have 5 is the dice pool that you have to split, so it's like what, 3 to 2?
3.
3 and
Yeah.
2 on the next.
I will go for, just to be on the safe side. I will go for 3 to dodge.
You have to. It will be the first one.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, so-
here we go.
Yep.
2 successes exact.
Yes.
Well done. That flaming, it looks almost like an evil version of Cleave as it zips past you.
Yep.
Okay, that's his one. So you're rolling 2 dice for your presumably Cleave attack.
Yes.
Okay.
Wait a minute. Don't I have 6 for attack because 4 dex and 2 melee?
You split your action, so we have to
Yes.
round it down to the lowest number.
Yeah. But you said 5 before.
Yes, 5. Your total dice pool for your Dex Athletics is 5 dice.
Oh, sorry, man. Sorry, forgot that. Yeah, that's true.
Alright, so here's your Cleave attack.
Yes.
Ooh, miss, I'm afraid.
Oh.
Yeah, that sucks.
So
Next is Naz. Who, no, it's Naz who's next.
One might say that she's nasty. Oh.
Mm-hmm. Naz, learning from her mistake, is going to go for a headshot. She actually gets a success.
she's on point blank, isn't she?
Point.
So
So
that's
that's actually 4 successes.
I think.
So,
If he
thank you,
can
thank you.
stab us, he's close enough for that, I think.
Yeah. So it's an extra 3. Okay, so that's 13d10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 4. Goes through. Two soaked. He's another -2. He's feeling it. Okay, Earl, on you.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for a cleaver deck, and I'm going to gamble 6 conviction or something.
Wow.
Okay, you got
Please don't
6.
fail this one.
You got 6 extra dice to go with
6,
your
and that's
attack.
9, that's 13. And it's a cleave attack.
Yeah.
Wow. That's almost, well, there are successes. 1, 2, 3, and that's the 3 something. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 4. So that's 4
Okay.
plus strength. That's then 1 for the blade, and
And
2
plus
more
2
for
for
cleave, right?
Yep.
So that's 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay. Let's see if he soaks any. He soaks 2, so 3 go through. You did it, Earl.
Yay.
Again. You stabbed the dude right in his gut. You remember the first stalker that you attacked? That you killed?
Mm-hmm.
You remember that scraping thing you feel as the blade entered the dude's knife and as you retracted it?
That's the same thing.
Same thing. The dude slumps right in your hand, well, right in your, practically right in your lap, as he, blood gunking out onto your hands as he practically stumbles out of the room, and flumps on the ground. But as you retract the knife, you still feel that grating scrape.
Yeah, there'll be a decisive couple of kicks to the face, just to make sure.
Surprisingly enough, Naz actually follows up with you. Only this time, she stomps right in the middle of the guy's nose. And the only word that you... Oh, presumably Earl has probably played Stalker at one point, correct?
Maybe.
Maybe. Well, he'll probably understand the word Bletsuka. Perhaps.
He gets the gist of it, I think.
Yeah. No, Naz is already training her gun on the guy. She looks towards the lot of you. Search in that room. I'll deal with this one.
Alright, love. Yeah, Earl will have a quick look through them.
Yes, so will Michael.
Here's the thing. This room, besides the candles, the books, and things like that, it's really weird that this dude must have stayed in it, because it definitely looks like it's fit for sleeping. You find, in your quite cursory glance, what looks to be a diary and a 1920s chemistry book.
Baggy.
Well,
That's just gonna be Earl's MO. It's just gonna be bag it as much as he can carry. Just gonna start taking shit.
You guys hear the sickly squelch of well, you can imagine what's happening behind you.
Yep.
Even more reason to grab shit and focus on grabbing shit.
Yeah. You can grab as much as you want.
Travis is going to ask Naz about, like, we got to dismember him and burn him again. Like, he'll bring that up again. He says, as soon as you're done there, if you want to help me chop him up and burn him.
You won't need to bother about that. As Naz, when you look at her, she's holding up this decapitated head of what you presume to be the leader of this group. You have all done me a tremendous favor. So I'm going to provide you with the best favor that I can give, given the circumstances. And you hear it, you see that she's looking up, and this almost sounds like that gunfire is dying down. Like the rack gunfire is, is becoming less and less, it's occurring less and less. I'm going to go to my friends now. I'm going to deliver them these heads. I will provide them with the instruction to burn all the evidence here. You have exactly 5 minutes to take whatever you want from this place and leave in the exact same way that you came here. Do not dawdle. Because when I come back to this place, I and my society will consider anything that is not familiar to us to be our enemy.
Understood.
Thank
you.
Well, I don't think we'll be seeing each other again. But if we do, this is a favor that I hope you will not forget. Slaborgar. And with that, Naz will then take the decapitated head of the leader of the Stalkers. She'll take the severed head of Antien, and then she'll go through the other door that you guys saw and close it behind her.
Right, let's fucking back
No,
talk
no,
shit we
you
can.
guys have got like a little bit of you don't have a lot of time for this, OOC. So I'm gonna say this: you guys can take that diary and 1920s chemistry book, and here's the: you guys have the choice, given what's around here, for either a free dot in Arsenal or a free dot in Archive, specialty of occult. You cannot take both. You can only take one. So
Wait, I'm sorry. Is that for the group or each of us?
it's for each of you. One. If Michael wants to take a dot in Arsenal, he can for this. If Travis wants to take a dot in Archive, he can for this. What Michael and Travis and Miles cannot do is take a dot in both. You can only take one. And we'll sort out the exact details of that Arsenal
I think we
later
all
on.
know what Earl's gonna choose.
Yeah.
Fucking books.
So you're
What the fuck is that? Sorry.
Yeah. So basically, well, decisions do have consequences. So I'll let you guys decide. All right. So you guys you take whatever you want. Maybe you take the books. Maybe you take the box of ammunition with whatever guns that is located in it, and you're able to extradite your way back into the sewers. As you're rushing back through the sewers and back to the sewer grate that led you up to the surface, you hear some shouting and so in English. You're not quite certain what it is, but it sounds like hooping and hollering. Snarls of beasts cheering. Whatever it is that was in the place that you guys went, definitely is delighted that, certain people are dead. But, one last thing before we go. Maybe one of you will take a cursory glance at the diary. Maybe you'll start to finger through the pages. One little piece of information that you guys discover from this, which I'm going to give you a bit of a tidbit on before we close the scene, and we'll start with our next plot. You remember the church that you guys went to? The one with the sign that was tagged on the side. I think Michael and Travis will remember this. You remember that study journal that you guys found with that Dr. Bertrand Kress?
Yeah.
Do you remember that body that you found in what you thought was their laboratory?
Oh yeah, really, Headless Nick?
No.
No, okay.
The body that was stuffed into the cupboard that Ava disturbed.
Yeah.
Oh.
That was wrapped in. Yeah, that was wrapped in all those rubbish bins. Do you remember what uniform he was wearing?
It was so long ago, man.
Drab, grey, like a paramilitary uniform. Almost exactly like the kind of people that you guys killed tonight. And it kind of reminds you. You didn't explore the entirety of that church. But that is going to be something we'll have to discover next time. So, on behalf of Hunter Chronicles, inherit the Earth.